The ox knows his owner, but Israel don't know. My people really don't understand. You sit in the church, listening to the preacher. For the sake of riches, he won't tell the truth. I beg you to come out of her, 'cause this is for your good. And while you got a chance, you better take it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, children of Yah. This is Brother Judah Israel, and I have another message that I'd like to share with everybody. And I won't be too long. It is entitled, All Skin Folk Are Not Kinfolk. Try the spirits. You know, we got people, just basing everything on color. Part of the Psalm 83 nations, they were also black people who joined with Esau and the rest of the nations in the world to come against Yah's chosen people, us Israelites. So just because people are black doesn't mean that they're a part of the seed, that they're part of the chosen, that they're walking in this spiritual truth. I had a guy, maybe the other day, made a comment on one of my videos. It's talking about you got a lot to learn and you don't know who were the first black people on earth, and start talking about the Nubian blacks and the Egyptian blacks and all that stuff. See, it doesn't matter how much earthly, worldly knowledge we have, because that kind of knowledge is not going to edify us who are walking in the spirit. We're walking in the truth. We are awakened. So all that worldly, carnal knowledge is not going to edify us. So I was trying to share with him, it doesn't matter who was on the earth first as far as black people, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with the salvation of our souls, of us who are walking in the spiritual truth. So you can have all kind of worldly knowledge, but, it's not doing you any good. And then I look on his YouTube channel, he don't have maybe 10 or 12 subscribers, not to put him down, but it's like you coming over here trying to teach that. No, I said, teach that on your channel. You teach all that mess on your channel. We don't need, I don't need you trying to confuse the sheep that I'm trying to feed. And all that worldly knowledge is not going to edify us anyway. So I just had to eventually get rid of him, because a person like that, he said that he was a black Arab. So that lets me know he's the offspring of Ishmael. They weren't a part of the seed. They are Abraham's children also, but they are not Israelites. So he probably knowing this. So I'm like, see, you go back and forth with a person, they'll just continue because they're being moved by evil spirits. And I know this. So I was like, I don't have any more energy to give you. It's like I gave him some truth. He wouldn't receive it. He started coming back with other stuff that don't even make sense. So I don't waste my time, trying to debate or compete with anybody on this spiritual truth. Either you're a part of the chosen or the call of Yah, or you're not. Okay. So family, I'll be starting out saying, please keep Yah's 10 Commandments found in the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 through 17. And I'll start out reading from the book of Matthew. This is all skin folk and not kinfolk. Try the spirits. I'll be in the book of Matthew right now, but I'll be reading briefly from the Nag Hammadi, something out of the book of Enoch, and something out of the book of Jubilees. So you can get an understanding that it's about the chosen who have been called by Yah. We walking in the spirit. And it doesn't matter that all people who look like us, everybody is not walking in the truth. So it's more to this than just how we look. We have to try the spirits. This is what our Messiah advises us to do. So this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 46 to 50. And it says this, our Messiah, Yahushua Mashiach, is talking to a crowd of people. And then this happens. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother? Who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother. And what is the Most High's will for his people? That we keep his 10 commandments and keep that Sabbath day holy. Okay. People in the world are doing this, pleasing Yah by keeping his commandments and keeping that Sabbath day holy. They are a part of Israel. Whether they be, doesn't matter the nationality. If they have joined in this truth and knowing that we are Yah's chosen people, us Israelites, and they accepted that, and they're keeping his commandments, they have joined themselves with us, they are a part of Yah's children as well. You got to be obedient to what he told us to do. He said, keep my commandments. Yahushua HaMashiach said in the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15, if you love me, keep my commandments. Those of us who are doing Yah's will, we are his people. Okay, but everybody, who may be the same color as us, all skin folk are not kinfolk. We have to try the spirits, family. Okay, so now I'll be going over into the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. And it says here, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Elohim, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. We're advised to try the spirits. It's not about how we look, not the shade of our skin color. We try the spirits because many false prophets are gone out into the world, family. I don't want my people to be tripped up by some false prophets. So I love you guys, and we're Yah's chosen people. So don't just be listening to anything that comes out of people's mouth, using your ears as trash cans for the garbage coming out of their mouth. If it's not talking about this truth, that us Israelites are Yah's chosen people, and he's going to send you, Yahushua HaMashiach, to gather us from all these nations and islands on the earth. If they're not talking like this, they're probably being moved by these evil spirits. Okay, so from here I'll be going over to the Nag Hammadi briefly, and there's something I'll be reading out here. Nag Hammadi, from the nature of the rulers. It says here, concerning the reality of the authorities, the great people, through the spirit of the Father of truth, referring to the authorities of darkness, and told us, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the authorities of the world and the spirits of wickedness. I have sent you this writing because you have asked about the real nature of the authorities. And these evil spirits will use people to come at Yah's chosen people. They know exactly who we are. And they will use people. So please don't give your energy to evil spirits, to people being used by evil spirits, family. Please don't do it. Just don't even waste your time with them. It's like if they just back and forth talking about nothing, they're being moved by evil spirits. So don't give them your energy, family. So now I'll be in the book of Enoch, chapter 15, verse 8 to 10. Where these spirits came from that are moving people in the world to do wicked things and to come against God's chosen people. So I'll be in the book of Enoch, chapter 15, reading verses 8 to 10. And it says here, and now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh will be called evil spirits on the earth, and their dwelling will be on the earth. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and their beginning and primal origin is from the holy watchers. There will be evil spirits on the earth, and they will be called evil spirits. As for the spirits of heaven, their dwelling will be in heaven. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born on earth, their dwelling will be on the earth. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth and cause trouble. they take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits will rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. So family, as I just read out of the book of the Nag Hammadi, this is where our fight is at. Evil spirits, they use people to do wicked things in the earth. They cause trouble, they oppress, they afflict, they attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth. Remember, they take no food, but yes, they do hunger and thirst. You know, they're always hungry and thirsty. And they, you know, and they will get inside of people right when you finna try to enjoy your meal. And sometimes you might get to the point where you just always hungry. These spirits, they get inside of people, I'm telling you, family. So please keep on the whole armor of Yah and use the sword of the Spirit. Now, if you're speaking the word of Yah pertaining to this truth, and if you're trying to teach it, and if it offends people, if the word of Yah that you're speaking offends people, more than likely those people are being moved by evil spirits, because the word of Yah says that the word is the sword of the Spirit. It's actually a two-edged sword. And so when you speak it out of your mouth and people take offense to it, it's because they're not walking in the truth and they're being moved by those spirits. And those spirits get agitated and they get aggravated and they get angry as much as you speak the truth. So when I see somebody come on and comment like that, I'm speaking the Yah's word, the truth. We're walking in the truth, trying to edify the body of Yahushua Hamashiach. And then people make a comment like this guy did the other day, this so-called black Arab. That lets me know just because he's black, he's not walking in this truth. And he's offended. His words sounded like he was really offended because he's been moved by these spirits. He's been moved by these spirits. So I didn't give him much energy, so I just, got rid of him, It's like he probably know exactly that he is not a part of this, but he want to come up against the people who are a part of this. Those enemies, those spirits are using him. Not him, but only him, but plenty of people are being used by evil spirits when they get offended as we teach and speak the truth of Yah. Okay? Those are the ones who weren't called, and those are the ones who the evil spirits use to come against Yah's chosen people. So please, family, don't give them your energy. Okay, I'll be in the book of Jubilees, chapter 15, verse 30 to 31. And I just read this recently in a message that I did, but it's necessary to repeat it again here, because we're talking about all skin folk and not kinfolk. Try the spirits. It's about the spirits. Now that black Arab guy, he was so offended about me speaking Yah's truth. It lets me know that he was a part of Ishmael's offspring who weren't chosen by Yah. Okay, they was the offspring of Abraham also, but the only ones who are part of the chosen are his children and his offspring from Sarah. Hagar was from Egypt. Keturah, his other wife, his third wife, she could have been a black woman, but they were not Israelites. But their offspring could look just like us. So people in the world look just like us, Hebrew Israelites, but that don't mean that they are part of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, family. So the word of Yah advises us to try the spirits, test the spirits. And the word of Yah also says, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So listen to what comes out of people's mouth. If the truth offends them, then they're not a part of the seed. They've been moved by these spirits. Okay. Jubilees chapter 15, verse 30 to 31. For Ishmael and his sons and his brothers and Esau, the Adonai did not cause to approach him, and he did not choose them because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them, but he chose Israel to be his people. And he sanctified it and gathered it from among the children of men. For there are many nations and many peoples, and all are his. And over all he has placed spirits in authority to lead them away from him. But over Israel he did not appoint any messenger or spirits. for he alone is their ruler. So I'm just going to stop it right there. You know, it's not about the color of everybody's skin that makes them a part of the chosen, the seed of Israel. You know, it's the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just because you might have melanin, rich in melanin, it doesn't mean that they are a part of the Israelites. That's what I'm trying to help people to understand. So in closing, I'll be in the book of Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. And our Messiah says this: Not everyone that said unto me, Adonai, Adonai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. And what is that? To keep his 10 commandments, family, and keep that Sabbath day holy. So this has been All Skin Folk Are Not Kinfolk. Try the spirits. I'm Brother Judah Israel. I hope you got some understanding, family. So until next time, may Yah bless you and your family. Stay safe and shalom.